Okay, so I am incredibly thrilled. I went on YouTube earlier today and painted for about 2 hours live online. Um, you know, kind of can't miss it. It's in the portfolio of videos. In that session, I was determined to rework this young girl's face, Ruby Bridges' face, and she is someone I have been painting, or this particular portrait of her, I have been painting for like 8-9 months. I've had her too dark, I've had her head too high, I've had it too thin, too fat, too. I could not get the feeling right until today. I was just determined to get her done, get her right, and get her off my table. Mainly get her right. And as you may have seen in one of my previous videos, I realized that I would be able to achieve it by standing on a stool and coming at this from a whole new angle. Instead of lifting her up, the physical painting up, instead of moving it around the room, I lifted me, I moved me, and that made all the difference in the world. There are still some tiny technical issues, tiny minor issues. She's slightly cross-eyed, which drives me crazy, but it's minute, and it's something that is highly fixable. Over the past 2 hours on YouTube and a little bit beyond, I lifted her face. I brought her hair in. I brought the structure of her face in, and I am beyond happy. I've talked about this before. Ooh, and I did a bunch of work throughout her skirt and her jacket. But I've talked about this before, not giving up and not surrendering to this will do, because it'll never do. When you don't finish a work correctly and honestly and genuinely, it's something that lingers with you, and it turns into it turns from a one-time thing into a habit. And it's a habit no one wants to get into. So I'm incredibly pleased and incredibly proud of Ruby Bridges at this point. Again, there are a couple of issues. She's minutely cross-eyed. I have to put some red in here, some browns in here. But essentially, she is done and I can move on. It is a weight lifted off my shoulders. So I have the rest of tonight and tomorrow to myself, and then I have to start a new job on Tuesday, and I won't have free time again till Saturday. So if you'd like to watch me fix another train wreck of a painting or something that actually has to be completed, you can join me on YouTube Live, and we can paint side by side like studio mates. I'm loving this studio mate thing, and I'm getting a lot of really good feedback from people. So I'm just going to continue doing it. All right? Going to take Bugsy for a walk, eat some dinner, and pat myself on the back. Ciao.